Yeah, good evening, all of you. So today is the unit is the 16th unit, evaluation of the digital libraries. The last class we have the discuss the evaluation of the digital library. So majorly we have studied the entire the process of the digital process, digital preservation, what type of the products that they're going on. We have to study.
Sir,
There
voice is not
are
audible, sir.
not audible now. Yeah. So the DX the content the digital libraries evaluation majorly to focusing on that libraries how to do it. So evaluation of the digital libraries mean so basically the digital libraries how to working on that. So how it will be working? What is type of the information is there? The information is will be timely. It will be framing to delivering the content of the user community or not. How to the data are useful or not? That is the assessment. How it will be assessed? The assessed by the user community. So who is that evaluated? How it will be working? The digital libraries. So majorly the digital evaluation process can be mainly to done by the librarian only. The librarian is the mainly key role of the assessment and evaluation of the digital library. The functions are working correctly or not to identifying the regularly. So in the feedback of the mechanism, for example, we are the procuring one of the commercial database. The feedback mechanism, the database is regularly authentication of that information, accurate in the promptly in the quickness, and quickly and effectively to deliver the information, retrieving the information or not. So you can collect that information, the feedback of the mechanism from the user community. The users, the people will be giving to the feedback. Sir, this file, this document is the properly working. This database is not working in the properly. There are collectively accurate to the information they are the providing. That is the genuineness of that information. So on that basis, the data is correctly to working or not easily to identifying understanding, and then only we will providing the assessment of evaluation. In case in the meanwhile the database in timely it will be not providing in the proper of the manner delivery of that content, retrieving the information, downloading the articles, it will be not come under the proper mannerism. Then only as the librarian is the administrator to keynotes what type of the problems is there, to identifying, to ask to the concerning the domain of the publishers and give the feedback of the mechanism. This type of the problems are arising in this database. So majorly the four components in the digital libraries. So what is the main motto? Need to get the material into. So that means the first point. So need to get the material into means the user community, they are the accessing of the database in timely it will be comes to the database or not. That is the major agenda of the prime point. The prime point is majorly to delivering the retrieving the information, the user community major. That is the first thing. And secondly, need to able to find resources or delivery. So the needs to find of the resources. The resources are in time to delivered or not. Retrieving the, for example, I'm subscribing the IEEE Science Direct, so AACE and ASME. Some databases are the procuring. So it will be regularly the research is the delivered or not. The journals are opened or not. That is the main concept of the second one. And third one is the need to get the material out of it. The storage or retrieving or deliver, the type of the area. Need to get the material out of it. So in case any one of the material untimely, it will be not coming to the overcome, it will be not come to the untimely, it will be retrieving, receiving the storage, delivery of the problem. So some type of the department of the data, it will be transmitted or not, or the display or not. So what type of the mechanism is the going on to identification such type of the problem? That is the mainly. And fourth one is need to able to pay the accessible way. Or that means overcome financial constraints. That means whatever we are the procuring, we will paying on that money. For example, we are the procuring some of the three or four databases, five databases we are the procuring. Five databases, each of the database hardly maximum 5 lakhs. The 25 lakhs we are the paying the budget consistencies. The people will be providing that much of that information is the reliably to users, it will be accessible our student community or not. That is the mainly to identifying in this area. So digital library mainly to focusing the human knowledge of anytime anywhere to retrieve friendly in the multiple of the model efficiently, effectively way to delivering the content. So the digital library main motto this type of the patterns in timely delivering the content or not. the culture and using the multi interconnections of devices is the working or not. To identifying the gateways of the digital library perfectly the working or not. So majorly the focusing of some majorly the the digital libraries perfectly it will be working or not. Programmable of the databases and also NSF and ARNet and TDAL. So central monitoring of the unit and also in the digital library mainframe GatherNet, Education Research Network, National Scientific of the Framework. These are all the parameters, whatever the methods we have applied in the digital library content, it will be working or not, easily to identifying. That is the key role. So here the majorly the functions of the significance of digital library of the research, mainly what about the methodology, majorly to focusing on metaphorism of the metadata information representation. So here, majorly the metamorphosing of the database of the researching, that means the standard mark format and the machine access readable of the cataloging and metadata structure, it will be working or not to identifying. So the databases will be supported to the metadata structure and mark format it will be there. Immediately the digital library, it will be a systematic of the mannerism in the large screen. It will be reflected the visibility and the accessibility of the data to readable and the accessible of the user community. That is the first point. So here means encoded archival description. That means so yeah, each of the document will be archival the document encoded. That means, for example, we are studying one of the article. The before of that article, what type of that information they are the publishing, the information is exactly correctly or not to identifying, then only we can process. So metadata authority and descriptive standards. So metadata authority is called as a what is the standards for the metadata? Data to data is the called as a metadata. The metadata descriptor of the structure means mark format structure. Mark format, what is the structure of machine access readable can flag? We are uploading that information, proper way of that mechanism. First is the author. For not only first is the author, the first is the title. What is the title of your area? And second one is the author and the edition of the year, publications of that year, publisher's name, editions. So entirely the book description it will be reflected. The same mannerism, the journal or book information, it will be retrieving in the proper of that information. That is the perfect of that methodology. They are the applicable, easiest of that way to readable and accessible of that content. That is the main point. And second one is copying the born of the digital library. Copying with the born of digital library was made. The digital library, born of the digital library means the digital library born by birth of. That means one ebook or one e-journal is there. The e-journal, they are the publishing, the starting to ending, all the pages they are the publishing e-content only, e-journal. The what are the physical content of the description is there, same it will be reflected only on the e-copy only, not for the hard copy. So this type of that this type of the database directly it will be retrieving as a part of the digital library. That means so entirely the library of the content of that information, it is delivered directly through the by birth of the that means the starting to end over the journal is directly to reflected online content only, e-content of that parameter. So that is the called as a born of the digital library by scam. That is one aspect. And the copying of the digital library. Copying of the digital library means any one of the content is there, the material is there, ebook is there, or physical copy of the textbook is there, where the scanning through the cameras, through the scanners, and uploading with the text format, or GIF format, or TUF format, and JPEG format. So the image of that format we have uploaded, that is the called as a scanned document of the digital library. That means we have the manipulating and uploading the data. It will becomes to the copying of the digital library. Born of the digital library means example e-journals. So some journals directly they are the publishing the soft copies only. By birth of the time also they are the publishing by own content through the e-journals only. They did not publishing the hard copy of the content of the material. That is the main thing. And the third one is maintaining the effective collection of so maintain the digital institute and resources. So what type of the cultural resources is there? For example, one of the academic information institute is there. That year they are the conducted to the one of the cultural event that is the Sankranti festival or Sankranti one method, and also second one is the Batkama festival. In case all the ladies are participating and celebrating the Batkama festival in the college of the event, that event it will be recorded and uploading in the archives of in our digital library. That collections will be reflected in our digital library. Cultural resources. The tradition is the library. The there is traditions. Last year is the going on. Last year this type of that programs were conducted. That is one method. And also fourth one is using information resources, retrieval and protocols and language course. That means the retrieval means the information whenever whatever the data is uploading in our server, we will ask and we will search at that time that data it will be retrieving. For example, you are asking the 2023 Batkama festival celebrations. Once you can click it on that, automatically it will be reflecting immediately that video of the archives. That is one thing. And also language course. The Batkama festival, what type of the language we have the uploaded in your digital library archives in your W, whether the coding of the language we have the upload or otherwise the you are the uploading one code, unique code of the language. So that is the which type of the language code we have the upload. You can apply the F1 or F2, any one of the chip languaging of the code, automatically the data it will be retrieving. So this is all of the standard structure of the format. Once we have the uploaded Jet 39.50 Jack, it will be applicable to the standard structure of the procedure and also constitutional query languages. So the constitutional query language it will be reflected to the standard structures. ISO language codes. So ISO 6.09, ISO 63.9. So such type of that international standard are they are giving one of the standard structure. That means the title and author and publisher and the year of the publication. That type of that information will be reflected uniquely. The data it will be directly to retrieving to readable by the user community. So this is the key role of these things. So evaluating of the digital library. So what is the reasons of the evaluating the digital library? Basically, we are the providing the library. So what is the purpose of that evaluating? So where does the digital library under the evaluation begins? So first the digital library evaluation will be started before the going to start the procedure. First thing the librarian taken to the decision. So what is the purpose? What type of that content where the delivering to the user community to identification that is the most important. So what is the purpose of your data? What is the main role to updating that information is the what information required, what information to exploring in your user community. You can identify. That is the first thing. Where does it end? So this digital library, where is it end? For example, you are uploading one of the content, one of the material. When it will be ending of this area. So you can identify. So this the publication is the continuously going on or fortnightly or quarterly. So what type of that information is there? Frequently you can inform and indicating the information. That is one thing. And next one, what are the uh, boundaries and what to do include. So in your database, what type of the boundaries, what type of that information you can include it in your data. Boundaries means in your digital library, what type of that areas you have the selected. For example, your institution is management school library. So management school library, what type of that information is the required? Social science information, social science databases, financial databases is the required. That information you can explore. And also, what type of the boundaries you can include it? Case studies. So case studies, how it will be working, case study of that methodology you can applying. So entirely the way your library, it will be reflected in our source of that information through the gateway to boundaries of what type of that information we have the served in our user community, then only you can choose it. You are the serving the core area of the sciences, you are the applying the all the core area of the sciences, pure sciences, maths, physics, chemistry, biological sciences, botany, zoology. So such type of that materials it will be reflected on the database. That is the main thing. So that is the choice is ourselves only. So which is the database is required, what type of that information is required, which is the enough to you. So you are the commerce of that candidate, management of that school, no need of the sciences. So that's why accurate and good information only you can uploading. That is the main thing. What to exclude? So what to exclude means, so which is the information is the excluded. So you can identify. So this information is the relevant, then only you can update the type of the content of the information only. So in this contemporary, how it will be working? So you have the taken the some of the databases. How it will be working? What is the process? Here we have the taken. So assessment is the totally efficiency. So assessment of the database means how it will be working, what is the framework, so how it will be identifying. So major concept is first one, yeah, majorly effectiveness. So your database is perfectly working or not. It will be working. It is once you are using the database, it will be correctly is the working effectively. So whenever you are asking the user community, the information is the in timely retrieving or not, easily to identify. So after that, the database is correctly working or not, easiest of the way to identifying the communication. That is the main thing. Efficiency. So effectiveness means whenever you are the asking, effectively it will be open to delivering the content. That is the first point. Efficiency means the cost and financial in timely. So what is the mainly to efficiency? That is the cost only. Basically, which how much of that cost, the content is there reliable or not. So the budget consistency, then only the efficiency of your data is you are the paying the money. Such type of that valuable of that amount, the data it will be retrieving to providing the qualitative of that information, yes or no, to identify majorly because that fellow is asking the database is worth of the 4 lakhs. We are the paid at the 4 lakhs. But the fellow is the sending the content, the delivering the content, updating the content, that is the worth of only for the 1 lakh or 20,000 only. So that is the unnecessary of that waste of the database. So which is the worth it on that we can identify, then only we can procedure to follow that. That is the measure of that effectiveness. And also the current for evaluation. So construct for the evaluation. So construct of that evaluation means clear cutly to evaluating the database. So which is the database you have the procuring in the digital content, effectively the elements of the components, it will be qualitative of that
Sir,
information.
sorry, sir. Voice is
So
very low, sir. Your voice is very low.
so I am the journey, sir. So I'm the journey on the way I'm the teaching the paper. That is the mainly. So I'm not in the office directly. I'm the traveling. So this is the peak hours of that 4 to 5 o'clock. I'm the traveling to the office to home to the city. So far away I'm Medak to coming to Hyderabad. So that is the network issue and is it audible, sir, right now? Hello?
Sir, your voice is very low, very low. Audible, but very low, sir.
Very low, sir. Yeah. So that is the main
Yeah, continue,
network.
sir. Continue.
Sir, yeah,
If any
sir.
disturbance is there, we will inform you. Continue, sir.
Yeah. Surely, sir, within the 15 minutes tomorrow, the full class engaging and finishing the over of sir, enter the content of the tomorrow, the last class,
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
Sunday.
Yes,
So
sir.
tomorrow is the finishing the online classes and overview what is the going on each and everything and exploring the entire the content. If you need any of the clarities and the questions, you can ask me. We will discuss the entire the process by tomorrow. So here
Sir,
the
excuse me,
criteria.
sir. You
Yeah,
can
madam.
take tomorrow, sir. Otherwise, anyway, this class is not that much efficient, sir. So
Sure.
please, could you take, sir,
True,
tomorrow?
madam. Okay, no problem. No issue, madam. I can leave it. No problem.
Why? Because
Yeah,
your voice
okay.
is also from the starting, it's not that much audible. So
Yeah.
please take tomorrow,
Yeah,
sir. We will
okay, madam.
give.
By tomorrow we'll engage the class. No problem, madam. This is the only in the roundup of the last session only. By tomorrow we'll
Okay.
engage the class. So please all of you carry on. Okay,
Okay,
we'll
thank
leave
you,
it
sir.
down.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll leave it over. Okay. By tomorrow we'll conduct and wind out the classes.
Okay,
Thank you all
thank
of
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. Thank you, sir.